What's good, internet family? This is Doc J once again. Um, Thank you first off for um, engaging in the vids. Thanks for writing me. To the family and friends who wrote me, and the one person who I'm pretty sure is a clinician. Thank you too. So I got a message asking me about my why. And I thought I maybe have answered this in the first video, but if I didn't, I'll be a little bit more specific, and some things I'll go into detail with about later. But for right now, I'll give you a little bit more about my why. Back in maybe 2009 or 2010, I had gone on a pause from school. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life, and at that point, it felt like school was just going to be um, an exercise, and hey, I'm just going for something. Could have been shoe time for all that mattered. So I took a pause and I took a break, and I was working. There was a guy who I had gone through a large part of undergraduate with. His name was Neville. We called him Chucky. And the thing about Chucky is Chucky was a really cool person. I mean, he was kind of your guy next door, joker. You couldn't have a bad day with him. He always kind of battled with depression. He would always say things like he was depressed. He'd always make statements, maybe alluding to hurting himself, and he did it so often that we never really took it seriously. And I realize now that we should have. I realized that we really should have taken him seriously. He One day, everybody kind of got the news at the same time, but let me step back maybe 3 days before that. So back then I used to be pretty active on Facebook, and I remember like late one evening, I noticed he was on. So I just, hey man, how's it going? What's happening? And basically he mentioned that he had lost his job. He was working in a hotel at the time. I managed hotels at that time. So I basically said, hey man, look, I know it sucks that you lost your job, but what would you think about coming out here? You can crash with me for a while, get back up on your feet and start working. At that time, Chucky just, kind of shrugged it off. He was like, no, man, I'm good. I'm going to go with my aunt, I think, in New Orleans, and I'll see about getting a security job or something at the Superdome. So I really didn't think much of it. Hey, things happen. No big. Well, a few days later, I got word that Chucky had actually shot himself. And I just remember there kind of being this moment of, wow, is there anything else I could have done? Is there anything that I could have said or tried to, intervene in the situation? And I realized, like, at that moment, I probably couldn't have done anything. I mean, if his mind was made up, his mind was made up. But I never wanted to feel that way about anybody ever again. And if I could help, if I could be a voice in the wilderness for someone that encouraged them to give another day a chance, then I wanted to be that. Um, so while to someone it may seem like, oh, this was just kind of a person that you met along the way, I kind of realized how important our journeys are. Um, Sometimes our journeys are long, winding roads, but in taking those paths, you find your calling and you find your purpose. Ever since that day, I committed myself to helping others in a more meaningful way. And since that day, I started pursuing education that pertained to helping those with mental health issues and hopefully getting to a point where I would have my own practice helping those with mental health issues. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is my why. Um, Today is a pretty cool day, and I want to acknowledge a few things. So, as you can see behind me on the walls here, there's some pretty expensive receipts, and two of them, that way, those two are for LSU. So, I want to congratulate the national champion LSU Tigers. You guys are freaking awesome and undefeated. Yay, we are winners. Okay, we are ace ganadores. Okay, awesomeness. Second thing, right above my head and right behind my rather large head, either way. Um, yeah, let's go that way. There's some fraternity paraphernalia behind me. I am a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Blue Phi. Congratulations, brothers, on another anniversary, another Founders Day. Awesomeness. With that being said, the Zeta's Founders Day should be in the next. Oh, it's today. So, congrats to my sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Congratulations on your Founders Day. To all the members of the Divine Nine who are celebrating Founders Days in this month, congrats to you as well. Job well done for everyone. You know, I mean, our purpose has always been the same, and it may look a little different as time progresses, but the hope would be that we continue to exemplify uh, scholarship and service and brother and or sisterhood, however you say it for your organization. I hope that we all continue to live out our organization's missions and help those around us and help those who are in communities who are minorities and those who have not had maybe the privileges and the opportunities that we have. So awesomeness, awesome things for this month. Congrats again to my champion Tigers, and congrats again to Founders Day and to my brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. All right, I think that's enough for this one. Thank y'all.